What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy Lucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another Raw review talk show thing right off of the heels of Wrestlemania Backlash. And this is like the Raw after Mania Backlash. So this is like the Raw after Mania? I don't know. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff in the book, and we're just gonna get into it. As always, you know I got the handy dandy notebook. And Raw was decent. It was okay. It was a show. It was there. Nothing horrible. Nothing too horrible. There was some things on the show that was like, but all in all, it was a decent enough show. There was some good matches in there. Yeah, we're just gonna pretty much talk about a lot of the scenes that seems to be going on Raw. So first, I guess we'll just talk about like the lower mid card type stuff. Right now, I guess we'll just talk about Garza and Gulak. They're still going on with their feud. Actually, no, I'm just gonna go through the card. I'll get to that later. So the show opens with Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is with some girls. I thought this was like 1999. He's out there pimping ain't easy, y'all. He's with some lady friends, and they pretty much. And MVP was like, "Hey, see, I told you, I got you with the honeys. Good surprise." And he just talked about how Drew and Braun ain't there because they're licking the wounds from Survivors from the previous night. And he said that Bobby has his, he got injured too. His knuckles is out here hurting from repeatedly punching Bobby and Braun in the face multiple times. He told him, when is his reign going to end? He said never. And then he said like he wanted to celebrate, but instead he said he was gonna Bobby insisted that he did an open challenge. So he said he's gonna open up a challenge to anybody in the locker room. Drew comes out. He was like, "Hey, I think that's a good idea." It's like Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. I wasn't pinned for the WWE Championship open challenge. He goes, "Whoa, hold the brakes." He's like, you see, you ain't let me finish, Mr. Rude Boy. I was gonna say open challenge to everybody not named Braun Strowman and Drew McIntyre. Back of the line, you lost. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. And Drew got mad. Bobby tried to take a cheap shot. Drew punched him in the face, and then Bobby was like, I'm gonna get some of this. And he was like, that business, don't worry about it, forget about it, let it go. And that's it. And then they advertised the whole show that Bobby Lashley was going to do an open challenge for the WWE Championship. Yep, that's what he did. Next up, they had AJ Styles versus Elias. I fell asleep during this match. I'm not going to hold you. I love me some AJ Styles. But I'm not interested in Elias. The match dragged. There's a whole bunch of rest holds. AJ sold for Elias pretty decently because AJ Styles is AJ Styles. But the match wasn't all that great to me. And to top it all off, he loses. AJ wins by disqualification. AJ Styles, one of the greatest wrestlers in the entire planet, loses to Elias via disqualification because Jackson Rocker gets involved. And they had the whole heel versus heel thing, was really weird. And I guess you want Omos and AJ Styles' faces. I guess that's what's happening. I don't know, but it was weird, and it just didn't flow well. So that's the thing that happened. Also, I know I'm gonna go in order, but I'll just talk about this too. Angel Garza had a match with Drew Gulak again, like I was talking about before. They talked about the "you made me mad" angle, or "you shoved the rose up my butt, you embarrassed me," stuff like that. And he said, "Next time I'm gonna shove it down your throat." They had a match. It was like 2.5 minutes. I wish it was longer, but unfortunately, we can't all have nice things. Garza gets the upper hand after a little bit, takes him out, wing clipper. He wins, shoves Rose down his throat. And then R-Truth is hiding from somebody. Well, hiding from everybody because he's 24/7, 7-Eleven, European Gold Rush, Olympian champion of the Europes. And KP was Kevin, I don't remember the piece there, Kevin Peters, I think it is. Went to interview and was like, it's Kevin Peters, is like, we host Raw Talk. He was like, oh, KP, he's like, I gotta be hidden. He was like, I close my eyes, and that means nobody can see me. That was hilarious. And he pretty much talked about, it was like, he had to do an open challenge. He was like, that's Bobby Lashley, not you. He was like, oh, Bobby Boucher? He was like, oh, not me. He was like, oh, okay. And then Cesaro rolls him up for the title. Yeah. Yep. He got bamboozled. Was it his mama? Something fooled me. I got bamboozled, snoozled, something like that. So after that, before and after that, RK Bro, Riddle did a thing with New Day. They came up there, and Riddle had wanted New Day and Randy Orton to come together and discuss things. He had both told them both different things. I think he told New Day something about something weird that they're all into, and he told Randy Orton something about Pierce wanted to see them both or something like that, and he wanted to get them both together to be friends. He was like, oh, we worked so well together last week, arcade new arcade bro day or something like that. And Randy was like, no, I'm not apologizing because I'm not sorry. I don't want to apologize. That's stupid. And New Day was pretty much like, we didn't want your apology anyway, because if we did, if you did apologize, we'd say no. And they told Riddle to watch his back because Randy Orton's always been a snake and stuff like that, and Matt Riddle's trying to be like, nah, it's not like that, he's cool and stuff like that. He was like, somebody, not saying any names, Orton, kind of, did it dirty, and he said he wasn't apologizing. So he was like, well, how about we have a match like old times, bring it back to 2009, and Randy Orton says, I accept. So they're about to leave, and then Matt Riddle just kind of looks at him. He's trying to talk to him. He just stares at this, and he just like closes his mouth, shuts it. He doesn't even give Randy Orton the key this time. He just throws the key away. I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. And then so they had the match. The match was decent. It's good stuff. They were in. They were grooving. They were like, Randy Orton was out here like 2004 Randy Orton, moving in this quick pace, and Kofi tried to do his thing where he like hops over to one time and then backwards hops over him, but I don't think he got like enough air for the second one, so he like booty bumped him, and Randy Orton got out the ring. Booty bumped. He was like, yeah, big butt, and then he tried to go in the ring, and I think like Randy Orton like kicked him in the butt. And like tossed in the back of the ring, and then they kind of did the spot over smoothly like it was supposed to happen. That was all good stuff. They were like countering back and forth. They did a nice spot where I think Kofi went to do something, and then Randy Orton caught him with like a quick scoop power slam. That was good stuff. He was getting upper hand, and then Xavier Woods distracted with the and Randy Orton went to go after him. Kofi rolls him up for the win. Randy Orton is seething that they pulled a fast one on him. They went out the ring, and then they went back in the ring because I'm assuming that they meant to do the spot that they did, Kofi was celebrating with Woods, and then Matt Riddle was like, bro, what was that about? You're over here using your trombone, you're cheating and stuff like that. And all the while, Ray Norton is like hovering over Matt Riddle, just like, I want to RKO you so bad right now. I want to just turn you around and drop you. I want to drop you, Matt Riddle, with the RKO. But instead, like, he's seething, he's mad. You know, instead of doing that, he just walks away, just furious, and he gets in Woods' face. They jaw jack each other, and then Matt Riddle pushes on Xavier Woods. So, good stuff. And then Matt Riddle was just like, hey, bro, it happens. So, more aggressive Matt Riddle is what we like to see. Next up, they did a segment backstage. They had announced that Shayna and Nia were going to be on the Alexa's Playground. The two tag teams of Dandy and Naomi, Ravishing Glow. We'll just say Ravishing Glow. They were backstage, or they were in Pearson and Sonya's locker room. Where, by the way, Sonya Deville's outfit was fire, looking clean in the streets with her suits. And they pretty much said that how do Shayna and I get a rematch when, you know, every time we have our match, we kind of get somebody to interfere in our matches and we lose. And Naomi and Lana was like, that's pretty much an excuse. We should be #1 contenders. And Dandy was like, you guys always lose. He was like, we're the one that actually won last week in the 6-man person tag, even though Asuka's the one that got the pin, but that's not in my business. And then Charlotte was like, you peasants, you losers, you all losers, you don't win, you don't deserve anything. And then Dana was like, aren't you the one that just lost last night? And she's like, excuse me? And everybody started like laughing and snickering. She's like, nothing. She's like, yeah, that's what I thought. He's like, now all you peasants can leave because we got business to take care of. And then she said, whatever happens after the tag team match, they'll think about it. And then Charlotte, of course, didn't get pinned, so she wants her automatic one-on-one match with with Rhea Ripley, because she's Charlotte Flair and that she deserves the world. And then Pierce is like, what makes you think that you deserve it? She's like, cause I'm Charlotte Flair. I'm Charlotte Flair. And so she was like, Sonya was like, well, yeah, I understand. You make a good argument, but, you know, it's a team effort. And, you know, maybe you should earn it. And Pierce pretty much said, you face Asuka tonight and you could beat her. Hey, do what it does. We got you. You know, we pretty much said we'll consider it, which meant that, you know, we got you. And Charlotte was like, easy. Been there, done that. You remember WrestleMania? Remember that undefeated she had? Killed it. Remember when then she was champion again, and then they had the thing with Becky and Ronda, and then I won. I beat her, and then I took the title because I'm Charlotte Flair, because I beat her. Easy. And then Rhea comes, she was like, yeah, right. She's gonna mollywop you. You don't deserve it. You lost. I want new competition. And Charlotte pretty much said, I was 13 times champion, about to be 14. You better ask about me. You better ask yourself about what happened at WrestleMania. I win titles and I'm coming for that. And she said, I'm out. And then Rhea said, maybe I will go and watch that match a little bit closely. So, and then they had the Alexa thing. She was asking them weird questions. Tamina looked creeped out. She was like, why are we here? She asked them what their favorite color was. Natty was like pink because heart. She's a heart, pink. Tamina said black and blue, which will be the color that will look good on Alexa if she keeps she does anything creepy. And then she talked about like she said that wasn't nice, but she said lucky that Lee likes them. And then she asked her how it felt to beat up Reggie like last week, and to me it was like, it was actually, I actually enjoyed it. And he says going to do the same thing if he tries that foolishness again. And then they started talking about like wings and clipping wings off of flies and some weird stuff, and they just left. And I was like, okie dokie. And it's like, is it something I said? And she was like, well, I see y'all later. Nah, don't worry about me. I got something else over. Yeah, nah. Good luck. I'm cool. So that's how that happened. And then they had and then this is where it got good. Ricochet versus Sheamus. They fought because of, they had the match. They were gonna have the match, and then Sheamus fought Ricochet because I guess Ricochet stole his hat and his jacket or whatever like that. And then Ricochet started speaking Irish, which was hilarious. That was great stuff. And then they had a fantastic match. Their match was fantastic. Sheamus went straight after Ricochet on the ramp. He gave him a drop toe hold, and then went inside. He took off all his stuff, and they went back and forth, and woo! Chef's kiss. Fantastic. Sheamus, Ricochet was getting better at Sheamus for a little bit until they went on the outside, and he just like caught him and like threw him over the barricade before it went back to commercial. This match was way longer than their other match last night. Just Ricochet's so good. And I'm glad he got his time to shine. I'm glad he got to actually wrestle, and hopefully he gets to wrestle more. Hopefully he gets to be on Raw more. But they go back and forth. Ricochet does I think he does a Spanish fly. He does like a springboard 450. Sheamus, hard hitting, kicking him, kneeing him in the face, hard knees to the face. Ricochet was kicking out. He did like the brogue knee that ended the last night, and he kicked out of that. In the end, Sheamus got slapped by Ricochet. He just made Sheamus mad, and then brogue kicked him straight in the face bone for the 3. Just whew. Fantastic. Sheamus gets on the mic and pretty much said, after I've exposed of him, he said, I got one shoulder, but maybe I need another shoulder. It's feeling a little light, so Bobby Lashley, I'm coming for you, brother. Just he said, brother. Then after that, Mason T-Bar said that Lashley owed him a favor from whatever happened, and they're going to flip a coin, and one of them is going to face Bobby Lashley. Whatever. Then after that, we get Asuka versus Charlotte match, which again, fantastic. Asuka and Charlotte, they work very, very well together. They don't have bad matches. Trade and submissions and technical wrestling. That's my jam. The hip attacks. Charlotte's out here kicking people in the face. Rhea Ripley comes out, and unlike other distracted people, she comes out and she still actually pins Asuka for 2. They go back and forth even after commercial. Again, locking trades. Does Charlotte hit a moonsault? Charlotte probably hit a moonsault. Asuka's kicking her face in. I think she did like the Andrade elbow for it too. That was great stuff. Even though it looked like an accident, but it kind of came off kind of smooth. Tried figure 8. Was going for Asuka locks. Was tossed out the ring. Off by Rhea Ripley. They all got into it a little bit. It went back in. Asuka goes for like a roll up. Charlotte tries to like reverse it into like a figure 8, and then Asuka rolls her up for the surprising and very great, beautiful surprise for the 3. Asuka wins. So does Asuka get another chance at Rhea Ripley? Who knows? Does Rhea say, I don't care, I still beat you 3 times, you're not worth it? We don't know. We'll find out. But Asuka got the W. She needed it. Charlotte's been the 13-time champion. She doesn't ever need the title. She'll probably get it a couple more times, but she doesn't need it right now. And good stuff. I love Asuka. She's the best. Next up, they did do, because I haven't mentioned it yet, they did do a couple of Eva Marie vignettes. They did the one from last week, this week, and then they did another one where she was like a Hollywood movie star or something like that. She's so heel, but I think they really are trying to make her babyface, but she's such a heel. And I hope when she debuts, whenever that is, that they make her a heel because she's a heel. Also, they did some vignettes for NXT like they did last week. They did the Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed one, was going to happen with them in the steel cage match. And I think they also did Finn Balor and Karrion Kross. I think they did that one too. Both fantastic. Loved it. I love the crossover that they're actually finally starting to do to give NXT some exposure, man. It's good for them. Fire. Next up, they did Morrison versus Damian Priest in this lumberjack match. Another good match. Decent stuff. Way better than last time. There's actual lumberjacks. The heels on one side, Morrison would toss Damian Priest out. The T-Bar and Mace and Shelton Benjamin would beat him up on that side. Nikki Cross was out there being great. Damian Priest tossed John Morrison out. And then Nikki Cross threw him back in. That was great. I love Nikki Cross so much. Yeah, this was fun. There was a couple of sloppy spots from John Morrison, but that's only when he was doing like his flippy stuff like he was doing last night. He was doing his flips. He was jumping over people because he didn't want to get hit. I think he like kicked Mansoor in the mouth and dropped him. Yeah, he was doing a lot of cool stuff, but got taken out by Damian Priest. And then again, John Morrison takes him out the ring, and he gets jumped. And then the Viking Raiders, they come up, and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing?" So there might be like a Viking Raiders and T-Bar Mace. That might be a tag team thing going on. So that's gonna be good stuff. And then he goes back in the ring. He starts to try to beat him up, and they try to bring him out the ring again. But instead, Damian Priest does his like flippy thing. It flips on the heels, except for Cedric. Cedric's like, you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity to go through the ring and jump over the rope and attack Shelton Benjamin, which was great. So they're fighting. All the lumberjacks trying to get them out, and then John Morrison's trying to do something to Damian Priest, but Damian Priest catches him, almost slips, but he holds him. Superplexes him on all the lumberjacks except for Ali. He was just out there. It was like, woo, it couldn't have been me. And then Eric from Viking Raiders throws in Damian Priest, and then Titus O'Neil, who I didn't even realize was out there, throws in John Morrison. He hit a Hurricanrana on Damian Priest, and then he hit the lights. 1, 2, 3. Damian Priest wins. Finally, he goes on the mic. He said, "This is over. Feud done. No more. Over Miz and Morrison. Maybe I should go after Bobby Lashley to really etch my name in history." Good stuff. And then before the main event, Shelton is backstage. KP wants to ask him about Cedric. He was like, "I don't want to talk about Cedric. I want to talk about me wanting to face Lashley." And of course, Cedric comes out. I was finally, hey, I'm not clapping for you beating me. It's like, that was a fluke. I'm clapping that you actually want to face Lashley like a man. But you can't beat him because you could barely beat me. That was a fluke victory. I'm the best, all that other good stuff. And then Shelton socks him in the face. It was great. I loved it. Did I mention a tag team title rematch? I don't think I mentioned that. Shayna and Nia had a tag team title match against Natalya and Tamina. Natalya and Tamina win. Alexa Bliss and Lily's on the stage, and then Fire comes out. Reggie sold it like he got hit in the face, even though he was like 25 feet away. It was still great. It seems like Lily is after Shayna Baszler for whatever reason. I don't care. So main event, Bobby Lashley comes out. He said, "Who's gonna answer my challenge?" He was like, "Oh yeah, nobody wants to answer me. It is what it is." And I guess we got the night off. And then it's a new day. Yes, it is. Kofi comes out, and then Woods is hyping up Kofi. He's like, Kofi Kingston, my man, two-time Kofimania, two-time WWE champion. And then MVP is like, really? Kofi, hey, I like you, but you ain't on the level of Bobby Lashley, the Almighty. You can't whoop him. You're not in this league. And he was gonna say that was for the title, and then it was like, for the WWE champion. Before this match, I never said it was for the title. You silly goof. Do you ever hear me say it was for the title? No. Did Adam Pearce sanction this match for the title? This is just an open challenge, and I'm gonna whoop you. I was like, stupid. So they have the match. Match is decent. I mean, it's good stuff. For the 10 minutes that they got in there, they tried to rush a lot of stuff, but when they were just in there wrestling, it's good stuff. Bobby Lashley, the biggest slam I've ever seen. He picked them all the way up there and just slammed them. I was like, man, I don't care what the finish is supposed to be. I'm not kicking out. You just won. That's it. But Kofi Kingston kicked out because he's a better man than I am. He hit him with a nice elevated flatliner for another 2. That was fantastic. He tried to get him in a hurt lock that he wasn't having that. Xavier Woods went to distract him again with the and then Bobby went after him a little bit, and then Kofi Kingston did like a leg drop thing, and top of Bobby's head hit the apron and went out there. That just made him even more mad. It took him out again, and then he went to he grabbed him, slung him on the ring post, and he tossed him around the other side. He was about to do it again, but Xavier Woods got Kofi. He was like, "Nah, we're not gonna have any of that." And then the ref was about to toss Xavier Woods out for whatever reason. That doesn't make any sense, but he was about to. And then he was about to bring him back in the ring. MVP was about to hit Kofi in the face with like his cane. Drew McIntyre takes it, comes from behind, takes it, bucks off MVP. Bobby Lashley's about to go after Drew. Boom! Pops Drew. Bobby Lashley with the cane. Kofi Kingston rolls up Bobby Lashley and gets the win. Kofi Kingston beats Randy Orton and Bobby Lashley in the same night. Kofimania 2's happened, though. We're all about it. I'm all about it. I don't know if we all are about it, but I'm about it. And that was the show. Kofi Kingston goes on Raw Talk and talks about he was like, I just beat the WWE champion. So they're gonna do something with that next week. It's gonna be interesting to see, hopefully, with that whole thing with Kofi Kingston beat Randy Orton. There's a thing with Xavier Woods and Matt Riddle probably Randy Orton New Day also. And then what he's going to be in the WWE title scene with Drew McIntyre, with Bobby Lashley, probably. I feel like this is like the thing where it was like, if you remember NXT, Leon Ruff, Damian Priest, and Gargano. It's sorta like that, but with bigger people. Like Kofi Kingston's like Leon Ruff. Bobby Lashley is probably Bobby Lashley, and Damien and Drew McIntyre's like Damien Priest is like the. I guess Bobby Lashley is Johnny Gargano in this scenario. Where, Drew McIntyre helps out Kofi Kingston get a fast one over the champion, but at the end, he does his thing to be like, you got beat by Kofi Kingston, who was still former WWE champion, but in the end, Kofi's like, hold up, I ain't no punk now. Yeah, I beat Bobby. Yeah, I appreciate your help, but I beat Bobby. You ain't beat no Bobby. I deserve to be WWE champion. I deserve to face him, and maybe that will get Kofi and Drew a program going. Throw him in the mix. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Maybe Kofi faces off against Drew next week, and maybe they'll do a thing with Bobby, and Randy Orton might get involved with Riddle or something. Like there could be a whole lot of stuff going on. So we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. It did get interesting in my opinion in that main event scene. What's going to happen with Braun Strowman when he comes back? Is he going to get back in that title scene as well? Who knows? We will see. But Kofi Kingston definitely deserved the title match because he literally beat Bobby Lashley. He should come out next week, but like, I beat Bobby Lashley. I deserve title match. Me. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But yep, that's it. All in all, I would give Raw like a B minus, a solid B minus. The first half of it was what it was, but like the last had like Orton, my opinion, Orton versus Kingston. You skip Shayna versus Nia, and then Ricochet, Sheamus, Asuka, Charlotte, Morrison, Priest, and the main event, the stuff. All that stuff was fantastic. But everything else was, it was there. It was what it was. But good, solid show. B minus, 8 out of 10. What did you guys think? Did you like the show? Did you think it was horrible? Did you like it? What was your favorite match? Mine was probably Ricochet Sheamus. That was probably my favorite match. Followed by Asuka Charlotte. Those were my probably two. But I think Ricochet Sheamus was probably number one to me. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.